Q. For my portion of this time, we are going to do a little work on the letter Q, U. So when we took our little spelling test the other day, I still hear voices. Thank you. Finn, your desk needs to be a little bit away from Sawyer's, please, in line with the others behind you, perhaps. Thank you. I'm looking for friends whose eyes are on me. Thank you. You're invading my space, though. It's okay. No, you're fine. I just was wondering what you're making bunny ears behind you.
No,
what you were doing.
I was waiting for your kiddos.
All right. So today we are going to be looking at the letters QU. When you took the spelling test a couple weeks ago, several people missed some of the words that we are going to be going over today. And so my object for the day, I bet some of you can probably already guess what we might have. Oh, I got to share my screen. You probably can already figure out what my object for today might be. It is. It is a coin, but what? Quarter. Very good. We have a quarter today as our object here. There we go. A little closer so my friends at home can see. So a quarter begins with QU. Quarter. So what does that QU sound? What does that QU sound like? Can you all say it for me? Qua. Does it sound a little bit like it's hiding in there somewhere? A little bit. Quarter. But it's not QW, but a lot of you wrote QW on your spelling test. So I'm going to show you real quickly. This is my my literature for today. I'll get this player. All right. So my literature for today isn't a poem. It is a poem, but it's not about how many words, QU words are in there. But it's called How QU Came to Be, the Marriage of Q and U. All right. So I'm waiting. Okay, here we go. So people at home, read along with me with your eyes. Q and U once made a bargain. It was very long ago. They agreed to walk together wherever they may go. I will be your loyal helper, said the little vowel U. You are so kind, and I thank you, said the grateful letter Q. Now, if you will stand beside me and will be my right-hand man, we'll work quite hard together as two alphabet letters can. What if we should quarrel or quibble? Asked the little vowel U. Then we will both be unhappy, and I'm sure that wouldn't do. Let us come up to an agreement, said Q to letter U. When I am quick to lose my temper, I'll apologize to you. So Q and U are always friendly, and together they can be seen in many words on our book pages, and everybody thinks it's keen. So anytime the letter Q, you are going to see a U next to it in every single word. Even though it sounds like sort of a W sound, it's always a U. So we are going to use our skills that we used last week for our short vowels. And we are going to be doing some dictation with QU today. So if you could open your EL spiral to another page, and at the top put QU, and I just realized I missed a piece of paper. Sorry. All right. So QU, everybody write QU at the top or at wherever you are on your page. Q. So Q, oh, that's a great question. Elena just asked, how do you make a Q? So a Q is very much like a G. You draw that round shape at the top and then straight down, and there you go. So let's try them again. Let's try them again. Ready? Here's a Q. Around, down, and then it's backwards instead of forwards with the G. Q, U. Let's do it again. Q, U, Q, U. Goes down to the worm line, just like G. Q, and often people mistake Q's and G's for each other. Q is always going to go back. The G is going to go forward. Okay? There's our Q, U. Yes, Madison. Okay, so it needs to go down past the line, though. It's a worm letter. So it's got to go down to the worm line. Okay? So Mrs. Aubin and I will double be checking for those. Make sure that your Q goes down to the worm line. And some people curve it. Just to check. The Q is, yep, you can curve it as well, but it's still a worm line letter. All right, here we go. Our first one. So let's listen. Quiz. Qua, z. Qua, z. So think about those sounds you're hearing. Quiz. The quiz in math made me happy. Quiz. Quiz. The same 6 that we usually do. So we're going to have our 3 sentences. Quiz. All right. Who thinks they might be able to help me find quiz? Let's see if my wheel of names will work. Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Do I have Lila Morris here today? Oh, there she is. All right, Miss Lila. I saw her. Where'd you go? Lila, there you are. How do I spell quiz?
You spell quiz with a Q-U-I-Z.
Very nice. Here we are. Quiz. I'll write a round one there for Q, U, I with the dot, and Z. So Q, U always goes together. Quiz. And we, oh no, and a lot of, okay, so I'm going to put a little heart because Q and U love each other. So have a good friendship. So I'm going to put a little heart around that. Q, U, I, and then make sure you have your Z. Z.
So Q and U love each other?
They do. They are best friends. They always stick together.
Yeah, because they're like actually stuck.
They always have to go, Q, U always goes with Q. Yes, Miss Abby. Did you have a pop quiz on Amplify? All right, next word. Here we go. Quit. 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 I hope you don't quit trying to quit. 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 Oh, I think quit. All right, other. See who can help me out today for quit. All right, quit it. Oh, my friends at home today. Isabella. Isabella, go ahead and unmute.
Q-U-I-T.
Very
Quit.
good. Here's our Q. U-I-T. Quit. Quit. Q-U-I-T. And I'm going to put that little heart around. And let's do our next one. All right. So this one is made up of a sentence for it. I send it out so everything here. Right? Number 3 is quag. 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 All right. Let's see if we've had 2 in a row from at home. Let's see if that continues. All right. All right. Max, what do you think? Very good. Q-U. Q-U-A. G. And a G. So that's got a Q and a Q and a G. Make sure both of your tails are correct. Q goes back. This one goes forward. Quag. Quit. I said quip to Mrs. Aubin this morning, made her laugh. Quip, say something. Quip, quip. All right, giving my friends. Let's see, quip. Make sure your cues are the right direction. All right, Mr. August, how do you think I spell quip? Oh, so Elena, it's really hard for me to hear if you're talking, sweetie. All right, what do you think, bud? Yes, Q-U, because those go together, right? I-P, quip. Make sure your P. Look at the go below the line. Make sure it's not capital. Quip. All right, next one. You're going to have to listen to this. Okay, here next one is quack. The duck quack loudly. Listen to quack, quack. Be careful of the ending. Quack. Be careful of the ending. Let's see what we got. Quack. The ducks quack loudly. All right, Miss Madison, there you are right in front of me.
Q-U-A-C-K.
Oh, she did it. Q-U, quack, and then it's not just C or K, it is actually both. C, K. Make sure, my friends, that is not a capital K. Do not draw this top one all the way to the top, otherwise it's a capital. So make sure it's a lowercase. Last one, here we go. You'll have to listen carefully, especially to the vowels, okay? Because this is not a short vowel, so listen carefully. Next is queen. 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 Here we go. Queen. See my friends. All right, Henrik, what do you think? Very nice. Q-U-E-E-N. That one's a tricky one. Long E sound and an E-E. We haven't really talked a lot about those. We were talking about short ones. So there are different ways to make a long E sound, but in this case, two E's, queen, and that Q-U. So if you made a mistake, that's okay. Just go ahead and fix it. All right. So now we're ready for our 3 sentences. Here we go. Sentence one, repeat lots of times, my friend, lots of times. Go. Sam got the queen to quit. 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 So now, C-U-P-S. You're going to cross C. You make your reading like this. You're going to cross C. And you go through your punctuation. And there, every word is spelled correctly. Sam got a queen to quit. All those are spelled correctly. They do have an S. That way we crossed each one up. Yes. Okay, come on. For Sam. Make sure it's all the way top. Sam. Sam. Ready. Sam. One line. Sam. The queen. Or line B. And after B, we're two. After you do a low line. And then the end. And B. Quit. So your work is left. And all down. Okay. Number 2. We got tops at the side. This every time we have a sentence. Number 2. Here we go. Is it fun to take a quiz? Is it fun to take a quiz? Is it fun to take a quiz? The word here long. Can you talk to me? I want you to try your best to spell that correctly. Is it fun to take a quiz? Okay, done. Check your C. Tackle. Cross the C. Do you understand? Is it fun to take a quiz? Now read that. Make sure your sentence says exactly all of those words, and cross out the. Does that punctuation? It's fun to take a quiz. Right, bring yourself lead and cross S. Here we go. Quiz, I-T, it's fun. A quiz. U-U-I-Z. Mr. Nixon, what's the question at the end? Thank you. It's fun to take a quiz. You have to take the quiz. Right off. Good job. Let's take correctly. All right. All right. Number 3. Right now, I see you. Ready for the class. Right now, this long. The men sit in this big sub. Any of those short. The men can sit in this big sub. The men can sit in this big sub. The men can sit in this big sub. You're early. Your cups. Over your table. Before you, your shirt says. Are they spelled correctly? The men. The same verses. Shape those letters. Ready? After ready. Good. Okay, are you ready? Thank you. Here we go. The L-T. The N. M-E-N. Both and that's down. The men can. C-A-N. Sit. S-I-T-N. T-H-I-S. This. Big. S-U-E. This direction. Every time. Anytime it wasn't, do it. KW. All right. This with it. She's gonna take. Gonna move it to the bathroom. A couple kids in the bathroom. I would. Thank you. Okay. All right, kiddos. See you guys. So today, if you already checked out your assignment in Google, oh, I pulled it up on there. How fun. You'll see that. The little classroom right here. This one? Nope, keep going. Oh, I see it. There you go. On today's assignment, under all block for Monday, it's right here, 12:45. You will have seen directions if you went there. It says that after reading your independent text for 20 minutes, and this goes for you guys too, we're going to get a chance to read independently today. So Sawyer and Josh, you're going to get your book bin if you're in person, and you're going to pick a fiction book. So we would like you to have a book that is fiction. At home, if you do not have a book that is just right for you, that has characters and tells a story that's not true, but could be realistic fiction, could be a chapter book. If you have one of those, why don't you give me a thumbs up that you are in the middle of reading or you can read today? Any thumbs down? Let's see. If your thumb is
Jensen has a thumbs
down, Jensen, what you can do instead is find a book on Epic to read that has characters and that is fiction. Okay, Jensen? So you're going to go to Epic, log in, and read on that. Now, if you're in person or you had your thumb up, we want everyone to get their hands on a real book and read a fiction book today for a good 20 minutes. Okay, then you are going to, and you guys here in person are going to do the same thing, but I want to show you guys that are remote that the Google form is right here in your assignment. When you click on it, it will bring you to your form, and if you're in person, you're going to keep your EL spiral that you have right now. So where are you going to write yours? In your what? In your math spiral? EL spiral, right? Okay. If you're at home, make sure you answer the first question. What is your name? You guys who are in person already have your name on your EL spiral. The second question is, who is your favorite character in your text? You need to name the character. So if I were reading Little Red Riding Hood and Little Red Riding Hood was my favorite character, I would write that in this spot here. But I have to say why. So make sure you aren't just saying, oh, I'm going to pick the main character. Even if it's not your favorite character, you got to pick the one you truly like in your book. So you have to be able to support it with evidence from the text. Boys, you need to take it apart right now, please. Whole body listening. You are going to have to say, why do you like Little Red Riding Hood so much? Or whoever your character is. Then the next question, and all of you are going to answer this, who is your least favorite character in your text? I would probably say the Big Bad Wolf. Yeah. And why? Because he tried to eat Little Red Riding Hood and he ate Grandma, right? So you're going to give examples of why, and then you'll submit it. So I'm just going to do a quick modeling of this. So I'm going to go back to, so make sure you submit it if you're remote. I'm going to go back here and share a book with you. It's super short, and I'll model doing this, and then you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. And why isn't it showing? Oh, because I got to go way over here. There we go. So this book is called
Leo the Late Bloomer, and it's super short, and I did that on purpose because I want to get you guys your time to read. It's by Robert Krauss, and the pictures are by Jose Arugo? Not sure how to pronounce that. Arago. She took Spanish, possibly. I took French. So this is a very old book. It was written in 1971 or published in 1971. So if you think you can figure that out, I was 2 years old. So I can't tell you that. You got to do the math. So Paxton, excuse me, Elena, you can raise your hand, honey. Paxton, how old do you think this book is? 39 years? 49. So can you explain how you know that? You're right.
I said to myself, well, there's if it were in the 1970s, then to add 3 more, then that would be it.
So
And then it would go
one less than that?
another 20, then that would be 50, then it's equaling one would be 49.
Great number sense. So I don't know if you heard that, but what Paxton said is he pretended it was published in 1970 to make it easy and added 30 to 70 to get to 2000 and then 20 to 2000 to get to 2020. He knew 30 plus 20 was 50, but he had to take that one away because it was actually published in 1971, not 1970. So he got 49 years. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Paxton. Good job, Paxton. That was a great explanation. Leo couldn't do anything right. There's a picture of him. Let's see if I can make this go up a little bit. Oh. Yeah, this is a funny picture. I want you to see the whole thing if I can get it to work. Okay. Leo couldn't do anything right. He couldn't read. You can see his sad face. There's his friends. Poor guy. He couldn't write. Look at him. He couldn't draw. He was a sloppy eater. And he never said a word. You can see all his friends are talking hoot, brump, hiss, pip, crunch. But not Leo. What's the matter with Leo? Asked Leo's father. Nothing, said Leo's mother. Leo is just a late bloomer. Better late than never, thought Leo's father. Every day, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. And every night, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. Are you sure Leo's a bloomer? Asked Leo's father. Patience, said Leo's mother. A watched bloomer doesn't bloom. So Leo's father watched television instead of Leo. Not really. He's sneaking. The snows came. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. They're all being creative and doing cool things. Leo's just chasing a bunny. Or hiding in the hole down here. The trees budded. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. Look at them growing all these beautiful flowers and doing beautiful things, and Leo's flower wilted. Poor Leo. Still chasing the bunny. Then one day, in his own good time, Leo bloomed. He could read. He could write. There he is. Here he is. He could draw. Look at that.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
He ate neatly. He also spoke. And it wasn't just a word, it was a whole sentence. And that sentence was, I made it. So that is the story of Leo, the late bloomer. And it's very short, which I liked because I wanted to be able to give you reading time. I don't know what I did with my, oh, here's it. So here's what you are going to do. You are now going to get a chance to read your own story. And maybe it's a chapter book. If it is, that's okay. You don't have to finish the whole thing. There we go. And you're going to write about your favorite character. If you're remote, you're going to fill in your form, the Google form. So in this story, I'm going to write my favorite character was the mom. Then I'm going to tell you why. She was patient and never gave up on her son Leo. And I'm going to think about my cups, just like Mrs. Harrison said. Capital at the beginning, period at the end. Does it make sense? My favorite character was the mom. She was patient and never gave up on her son Leo. The U for understanding, it has subjects and predicates. In the first sentence, my favorite character is the subject. What is this predicate, Henrik? If my favorite character is the subject, what's the predicate? My favorite character was the mom. So if my favorite character is the subject, what's the predicate? Help them out, everybody. Was the mom. She was patient and never gave up on her son Leo. Then I'm going to continue. My least favorite character. We're probably going to want to spell favorite for our friends and character. My least favorite character was the dad. He worried too much and didn't have faith and didn't have faith in his son. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna check my cups just like we did with our QU. I'm looking for capitals at the beginnings of my sentences. I see one here. You can underline your capitals, and then if there's not a reason for it, you know it's a stray and you need to get rid of it. This is the beginning of a sentence, a name, and the beginning of a sentence. I can check off my C. I'm going to reread it then I'm going to proofread is what it's called, make sure it makes sense and have a subject and predicate. My favorite character was the mom. She was patient and never gave up on her son Leo. My least favorite character was the dad. He worried too much and didn't have faith in his son. I'm going to check off you for understanding because there's subject and predicate for all of my sentences. I have ending punctuation. I'm going to check. Here's my period. Here's a period, another period, and another. I don't need any question marks because I'm telling. I'm not asking. And I did the best I could on my spelling. And I'm going to check that with my quick word if there's any that I'm not sure of. Any questions about your assignment for today? We're trying to get in some independent reading and a response to that about your favorite character, your least favorite character, and why. Questions here, Marin?
If you have a chapter book, how many pages do you have to
You'll just read for 20 minutes or 15, whatever we end up with, and then you'll pick your favorite character. The question was, if it's a chapter book, how many pages do you have to read? You don't have to read a certain number of pages, just read for 20 minutes and then do the Google form. All right, any questions at home? I don't think I see any. Ben, did you have a question?
Well, it's not exactly a question, but well, it is. Isn't Dad supposed to have a capital at the beginning of it?
I wasn't using it as a subject, so I'm okay, right, Mrs. Harrison? Did I need to have Dad capitalized?
Oh, no.
It's
No,
because
it
he's,
is Dad if you're being used as a
subject.
name, but not when it's
I'm not using it as a name, so it's not capitalized. Good question, Ben.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I think so.
Okay, then we are gonna go ahead and let you guys get reading and responding. Can't wait to see your Google form and hear about your characters. We'll see you at 2:15.